Hello student, in today's class I'll be talking about world population. Uh, Before beginning the chapter class, let see about the world map. So in this world map you see about the world population distribution. So the darker shades in the area where you have more people or more population, and that the area with lighter color is where there is like less concentration of people. So in this chapter we will talk about why there are areas where there are more population, what reason could be of this uneven distribution. So the contents will be covering world population distribution, density and population growth. So why we need to understand the distribution of population? Because understanding it helps us to understand the country demographic characteristic. It also understand help us to understand that how people are spaced over the earth surface, how which part of the earth where there are more population and which of the part where there is less population. uh, as you can see from here, there is uneven distribution of population. So let's see which are the countries, top 10 countries which has high population. So you see here the top one is China, followed by India, then USA, Indonesia, Brazil, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nigeria, Russia and Japan. So you can see here 6 of the countries are from the Asia continent. So see, we'll talk about the density of population. Each unit of land is limited capacity to support living on the on it. So how its density of population is calculated? It is the total population divided by area. So an area, example, a region of X having 100 square kilometer and the population is 1,50,000 persons. So the density of population will be 1,500 person per square kilometer. That means in that area, in each per square kilometer there will be 1,500 person in per square kilometer. So let's see here in this map the population distribution of the world. So you see in the darker shade, which is dark color or black in color, are the areas where areas of the world where there are population density of more than 200. So you see part of USA, part of Europe, some small part of Europe, and then you have majority of the area are from Asian countries, India, China, and then Indonesia, Bangladesh. So those countries are having more than 200 person per square kilometer. In 1 square kilometer there are 200 persons. So and then you have the area in Russia, in Canada, in the central of South America, Australia, in those countries are having very less population, less than 1% in per 1 square kilometer. So why there are so much uneven distribution of population? Why population is only residing mostly in this area? Why not in here? Why not Australia? Why not in Canada? Why not in central part of South America? Why there is uneven distribution of population? We'll talk about it. There are several factors which influence the distribution of population. Number one is the availability of water. Number two, landforms, climate and soil under geographical factors. So people tend to reside more in the area where there is availability of water, because water is the essential for human, for animals, etc. So we use water every day for drinking, bathing, cooking, and for cattle cultivation, for industrial and for navigation. So it is essential. So you'll find more people in the area where there are availability of water. So another one is landform. People will prefer to live in plain area, flat plain or gentle slope. People won't be prefer to live in the high mountainous area where there is difficulty of transport and communication and for industrial development. So you see in this picture, you will see there is like human settlement, the rivers are there, and also the cultivation in the area, flat area, availability of water, and the landform is flat, there is agriculture. So the other factor is climate. So people will prefer to reside more in a place where there is moderate type of climate. People will not be settling in an area where there is extremely hot or cold desert, which is very much uncomfortable for human habitation. Now the area where cool climate attracts more people. And then soil, where there is fertile of soil, people will go for agriculture and allied activities. So therefore the area which have very fertile loamy soils, more people live on those area. Example, you have the Ganga and Yamuna or Brahmaputra plains, where density of population high in those area. Why? Because the soil is very fertile for agriculture, which support the population. The other one is the economic factors. So economic factors are also one of those factors which influence the distribution of population in the world. Suppose you'll see people will areas where there is minerals deposits attract industry, and that industry activities generate employment. So skilled and semi-skilled workers move to those area and make them densely populated. So this is Katanga Zambia copper belt in Africa is one of the examples. So this is a picture where there is copper deposits. So copper deposits, so industrial setup, in this industry was set up, so that industry attracts more people, more employment, where it leads to heavy densely populated in the surrounding area. And urbanization, cities are offer better employment opportunities, education and medical facilities, better means of transportation and communication. So lots of people migrated from rural and to urban areas for that reason. The other one is industrial belt. So industrial belt provides a very job opportunities and attract large number of people. So that not only include the factory workers, but also transport and communication operators, shopkeeper, bank employees, doctors, teachers, and other service providers. So Kobe, Osaka region of Japan is thickly populated because of the presence of number of industries. So this is in the picture, the industrial belt of Japan, where huge concentration of peoples are found. The last factors is social and cultural factors. So there are some places which attract more people because they have religious or cultural significance. So people tend to go where there is for religious purpose and also cultural significance. In the same way, there are also places where there is social and political unrest. So those area people try to avoid for settlement. Example, you have the in the Middle East countries, where due to the political unrest, due to war, these people migrated to other neighboring countries because of that. So we'll come to population growth. Population growth or population, you can also call a population growth or population change, referred to the change in number of inhabitants of a territory during a specific period of time. So you see in this picture, you have less people, and you see here within a period, example, within a period of 10 years. So within 10 years the population has increased more. So it means that there is growth in population. So when there is growth of population, it means that the area has improved improve in different sector like economic, social upliftment, and historical and cultural background of a region. Uh, so what contributes to population growth? What are the reason? What are the factors which contribute to population growth? The first one is birth rate. Birth rate, second is death rate, and migration. So these are the formula to calculate birth rate. BI divided by P into 1000. Crude birth rate, and DI live birth during the year, and P mid-year population. The other one is the death rate calculation. D divided by P into 1000. D number of deaths, P estimated mid-year population of the year. So these are the formula to find out the death rate and birth rates of a particular area. So the other factors is you have migration. So this migration is one of the factors which has contributed to population growth of an area in a specific time period. Lots of people tend to move from one place to another place for different purposes. Like lots of people migrate from rural to urban areas for job, for better standard of living, etc. So the people who moves from who moves from small villages, from example Assam, Bihar, UP, and West Bengal. So those is the place of origin, and then where they move, where they migrate is their destination. So what happened when lots of people, thousands of people migrated to a city, it contributed to the growth, population growth in the city, whereas there will be decrease in the village area, decrease of population in the village area. So migration can be permanent, temporary, or seasonal. Some people go to the city only for short term, and some people goes there for permanent settlement. So it also takes from rural to urban, urban to rural, and also from urban to urban areas. So there are two factors which lead to migration. The first one is push factor, and the second is pull factor. So push factors are the where people move to the destination because in the origin place there is no job, there is poor living conditions, there are backwardness, and there are lots of problem, natural calamities. So they have no option but to leave. They have no option but to leave their origin place and move to other city for looking for better opportunities. So that is called push factor. The other example, the natural disaster examples are just like flood, drought, and then tsunamis. So those which have tremendous effect in their, example, agriculture activities. So these people, as landless people, because of natural disaster, these people tend to migrate to the city. That is called push factor. So other one is pull factor. The city offers better opportunities, better standard of living, better education, more money, and then more easy income. So those this area has it's like a magnet for the other people. Like example, the neighboring city Pune. So that is a pull factor. It's like a magnet. It's like pulling people from the neighboring city because it offer better opportunities and more money. That is called a pull factor. So I'll end up in today's class. Thank you.